Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma and I create art videos. So today's video is a painting that I did in Procreate, one of the first ones that I've done. I think it's about the third or fourth drawing I've ever done in Procreate. And I was definitely learning how the program works and everything like that. So that is sort of what you'll see in this speed paint. I wanted to show you and tell you about my first impressions with the iPad and everything like that. I did actually record myself opening the iPad, but unfortunately that footage has been lost, so I can't show you that anymore. But I can tell you what I think about it, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I got the iPad Gen 6 and I think it's a 10-inch. I don't know. They've got that many different sizes. I have no idea, but it's not the small one. It's the bigger one. And I think it's fantastic. The sensitivity of the pen or their iPencil is fantastic on the screen. They say that the only difference between the iPad Pro and the iPad Gen 6 is the processor, and it's got less RAM. So, I mean, if you draw really, really quickly on a really big canvas, of course you can see a lag because that's just, going by that information, of course that's going to happen. And sometimes once I work on a file for a really long time and I've got 1,000 layers, it can become a little bit difficult to... it doesn't keep up as well. But so yeah, my first impressions of the iPad is really good. I found using it really easy. The software, like internal software, is easy enough to use. I've been using iMovie to create these videos recently. I don't know how to use it very well, so I apologize for the quality of the audio and the lack of editing, but sometimes making it really, really simple is exactly what I need, especially when I have a newborn, we're moving house and all that sort of stuff. So it's probably a good thing that we're going really simple at the moment. So that's probably what you can hear in the background. You can probably hear little Max because he's here with me, and any sort of ruffles or anything is probably because I'm using one hand to hold the iPad and everything. So yes, but back to the review. The iPad is fantastic and I have been using Procreate. The main reason I chose to get an iPad instead of like a Surface Pro or something like that is because I can use Procreate. And that program alone was actually what helped my decision on which tablet to get. And using Procreate, I've found it really, really easy. It's so similar to Photoshop in a lot of ways, and the interface is really easy to get a hang of. So if you've used anything like Photoshop or Fire Alpaca, they're very, very similar functions, and I found it really easy to learn and get used to. And there's so many tutorials online, so if you ever get stuck, it's easy to figure out what's going on. So with this drawing, because as I said, it is one of the first ones that I have done. I know I've said that with every painting so far, but I've been showing you all of them that I've been doing. So I think I said this was my third or fourth. I am playing a lot with the different layers, and I actually use like the transform tool so I could copy the eye, which you just saw me do, and flip it over so that it was similar because I was having trouble getting it to look the same. I am still figuring out my grouping and things like that, and I have done pieces now since I've done this, which I actually really, really like. I think I get frustrated every now and again with certain aspects of my drawings, and I don't think that has anything to do with the actual program or the fact that I'm drawing digitally. I think it's actually goes back to the core of my drawing abilities, to do with shading and composition and color theory and things like that, and knowing where to put the light and dark. And I think I just really need to go back and practice the basics. And I think if I were to do that, I think I will end up actually being able to create a lot better artwork, because I think with this one, like the line art worked out really well, and like the proportions weren't too bad. I know that I used a picture for reference, but I could have done it a bit better. The lighting and the shading was one of the biggest things I struggled with this picture, because it was a very dark picture to begin with, and trying to show highlights and shading on a dark picture, it kind of started to look it started to look pretty muddy towards the end of it. So I suppose that was one of my struggles with this. Again, if you have any tips, like always, let me know. But I definitely had a lot of fun doing this, and I have been practicing a lot whenever I get the time. I'm noticing now that Max is starting to go into a routine, so I can actually draw at night while he's in bed, and that gives me a couple of hours. I could draw all night, but I know I need my sleep as well, so I make sure that I only draw for a couple of hours, and try and do my editing and video stuff like during the day when he's here with me, either while he's feeding or while he's sleeping during the day. But yeah, I am doing my best at the moment to get videos out for you guys. I hope these speed paints aren't too boring. They're not really speed paints though, even though they're sped up by 2. I'm still showing you like, you know, various areas, not the entire thing sped up, but I hope you're enjoying that and seeing the process a little bit differently to what I usually do. I definitely want to get back into doing some traditional art soon. If you didn't see my last video, I am in the process of moving house, so everything is all over the place. I might even do a video of me setting up my new art room for you if that's something that you'd be interested in. But yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. So I'm recording this a couple days after the previous recording, even though it's the same video, because, you know, things happen and you don't always get things done on the same day. So we have now moved. We are in our new house and it is fabulous. I have an entire room dedicated to my art. I haven't set it up yet. As I was literally just saying, I am going to do a video on me setting up the room. You can see all the crap that I own and all of the stuff that I need to put away. So that's all very exciting, and I'll be able to show you all of that. Apart from that, the move went really well and I am loving our new house. Maxie has his own room, which is bigger than his last room. His cot still fits in our bedroom, which is awesome. The dog's loving the backyard. We got a new rug. It's a pretty fancy new rug. Yeah, I might show a couple of clippets of the new place when I do the next video. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to tell you for this video. I just wanted to update you and tell you what I thought about the iPad and about Procreate. And yeah. Sorry, the video is a bit longer than the recording this time, guys. A little bit of short on time, as you can understand, but I hope you have enjoyed this video and enjoy the rest of it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.